Catherine, it's Megan here. I know it's kind of funny, but I'm making you a video of how I pack the feathers for eBay and Etsy, and I wanted to show you exactly how I do it. So what I have here, sorry for my messy work area, but what I have here is the paper that's the recipe sheet of how to, like what the quantities are for every single listing, which I should have emailed to you. I also have strips of foil, which I've cut. It just makes it easier for me to cut them. You could rip it, but this is an example of how messy it turns out when it's ripped, and it's so much neater when it's cut. Some really sharp scissors and a Sharpie, and then also the flat iron, and then obviously the feathers that I have that I'm going to be using today. Mostly I'm going to be using these brown ones over here. So, okay, the set that I'm going to make now, just to show you how I do it, is going to be 10 NB, which is a quantity 10, and then NB is just a code so I know exactly what it is. Stands for neutral browns, but it doesn't really matter. Anyways, this is what's in it. 2 black and white grizzly, 2 cream, 1 ginger grizzly, and 5 furnace brown feathers. So I make a bunch at once. For right now, I'm just going to show you kind of how to make 4, and I'll start with, we'll go in order actually. I need 2 black and white grizzly, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The next is 2 cream.
What's the difference?
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, next is, don't worry about Ryan. Hey, come back in a few minutes. No, I don't need bubbles in my video. Come back. Somewhere else you can blow bubbles. Okay, 1, 1, 1, and 1.
Now she's doing the
Kaylee, I don't need a commentator. My kids are trying to help me, Catherine. I don't need a commentator. And then 5 furnace, okay? So then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, get everything. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I wanted to show you, the reason I wanted to show you this far is because there's a couple things that are really important, especially for eBay customers, because they can be, without a better way to put it, Kelly, just make sure the whole thing is just in the video. It doesn't matter, okay? They can be kind of rude about the way their products are. So what I wanted to show you is the difference in length on this. There has to be some feathers that are, hey, please stop, okay? There has to be feathers that are at least 11 inches. Like in this set, it's probably the brown and the cream that are. And there has to be some, because there will be, that are shorter, like 8 inches. Usually it's the grizzly that are shorter, but it's really, really important to make sure they get a variety of lengths, because they will complain if they get all 8 inch. Has to be between 8 to 11 inches like that. The other thing I want to make sure that's noted is that they're all going the same direction so that the feathers don't get messed up. They all have to be at the top at the same point. And I'll show you what's next after that. So I always count them again just to make sure. The quantity is also very important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I've got all the tops together like that. Take a piece of foil, put it together, and wrap it up. Okay, I just did like that. Take that part off, tear it off. Kaylee, you just say with me. And then twist that up like that. Okay, these ends are all different still, you can see, and that's perfect like that. The next thing I do, so just show the whole thing, like all of it in the video. The next thing I do is I flat iron them so that they're just as wide as they can be, and that they look straight and not messed up. Just keep the video all in one spot so that it's not, the camera isn't moving around. Okay, she knows how to do feathers, so she's got it. Okay.
Okay.
Now what I'm looking for to show you an example of is maybe an end that's damaged. This one's a good example. I'll do this set next. So 1, 2, Kaylee, keep the camera in one spot, okay?
I was moving my leg.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is a set of 10. I'm going to tighten it up at the top, but I want to show you at the bottom here, one of these feathers has some damage. So you can see that this, let's see, this white feather is a V shape at the bottom. That's close enough, please. Is a V shape at the bottom. Anything that looks like that has to be cut. So I just take the sharp scissors and find those feathers and cut them back into a V. Whatever you have to do to get them back into a V. Sometimes I just slice off one side. Sometimes I just cut it back into a triangle at the bottom. This one had a lot. Usually there isn't too many, although some have more than others. And any feather that's like that, damaged like that, has to be trimmed. Then you can flat iron it again. Usually I flat iron it first. Okay, so then I would continue and wrap up all the rest of these, but these ones over here are now ready for the bag. So you take your plastic bag, the foil part goes in first, put it in like that. I kind of smush these around so that they look full, and when the person opens the thing, they see what they're getting. It looks nice. You can halfway close it, but then you have to get all the air out for packing. That's really important. And that is a finished product. I'm going to do it for this one too. Ryan. Okay, this goes in like this. Don't do that. Shake these around so that they are kind of opened and loose, and it looks nice when the person opens the package. Put it back on your leg or whatever and just squeeze all that air out. Okay, again, this one is a ready to send package. The very last thing you have to do is whatever this was, it was 10 NB, right next to the Ziploc, I just write what it is so that it doesn't have to be opened and counted ever again. It doesn't get mixed up. 10 NB, and that's exactly how that's done. Yep, that's it. So thanks so much, Catherine. I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.